Hello, this is Jim. In the summer of 2019, I retired, signed up for college music courses, started meeting people, and was looking forward to performing. Then 2020 happened. When the courses went online, I dropped them and took a deep dive into a project I've been curious about for some time. This is the result. For the past 20 years, I've maintained my sanity composing pieces for piano and electronic keyboard. I usually start with chords, so I wanted to understand them in non-12-tone tunings. I developed computer software for 35 years, so I'm comfortable with code and text files. What you're seeing here is my template file for defining instruments. It includes harmonics that vary in pitch, volume, envelope, and even waveform. Thank you, Csound. I compose by defining chords for an instrument. Each note has a fundamental start, duration, and volume. My program creates the harmonics in a Csound score. The score files can get long, anywhere from 5 to 15 times as long as my chords file. The repeat function saves a lot of effort. I plan to add more repeat options as well as panning and harmonics shaping. In the Pleasant piece, I learned how to affect the orchestration using duration and volume. There's a lot going on in this piece, and balancing the instruments required frequent tweaking. For the Mysterious piece, I used instruments from Pleasant and improved on techniques such as fade in and out, and I spent quite a bit of time on the sound samples. Majestic is probably my favorite piece. I had learned enough to translate ideas into music reasonably quickly, and I was only 3 months into the 8-month project. I had a blast with rhythms and instrumentation. Wave shaping is awesome. Thanks again, Csound. In Strong, I moved further away from conventional instrument sounds. I was looking for a sound unique to microtonal music, and electronic instruments fit the bill. I also expanded my drum kit. I added a tempo function for emotional to calculate meters that are not simple fractions of a second. Wild came from a project I intended to do for a class. Since it took 3 months in total, it's probably just as well that I dropped that class. In my teens and 20s, I performed in rock, folk, and bluegrass groups, but I also played for 3 theater productions and 2 multimedia performances with an actor, an artist, a poet, and other musicians. More recently, I have worked with a singer of classical Indian Carnatic music, and in the wild piece of this project, birds are the lead instruments. I'm very open to collaboration with artists of any type, so don't hesitate to contact me to discuss your ideas. I highly recommend both of the books I read, but if you only have time for one, read Fundamentals of Musical Acoustics. The first half is for sound engineers, while the second is for instrument makers. But every musician should read it for understanding instrument sound waves. I hope this has been interesting.